our sister Shakina Chinadu, she came over here before I did. Like, I think she said 14. She's been here like 15, 16 years. She's been over here in Gambia. Now, when I came over, I was thinking about me and what needed to be done for me and the people that I knew. Shakina came with a much broader viewpoint. You know, she was totally selfless in that regard. She helped people to find land. She helped people to build homes, build a base, be a lot more secure in their move over here. She was always on, like, you know, local media, talking about the need for citizenship for people who are returning back to Africa through their family roots. So she was putting in work, and I mean, valuable work. So the fact that she's now deceased is important. I feel that we look at what this teaches us, what this tells us, what we can learn from this. Because her life wasn't lived in vain, and so her death certainly shouldn't be either. You know, before I continue, just a thing to say to the family, Shakina's family, you know, I'm sure you're not watching this, but let it be said, I understand that, you know, this isn't a time for you to be thinking about something as impersonal as, you know, what can we learn from this? I understand that, and I apologize for that. You know, I appreciate that you need time for closure, time to remember her and consider how your life moves forward. I mean, she just had a grandchild the other day. So I'm really, really sorry for the family. That's just unfair what has happened to you, the loss you've had to take on. The thing about Shakina was that she was full of integrity. If she had to choose between integrity and your feelings, she's about the integrity. Your feelings can wait. When others were speaking down on her name, talking bad about her, you know, she's not really a lawyer, all the other nonsense people were coming out with about her. Rather than respond to that, she just stepped back and carried on with her work. Because she was about the work. And she was about doing the work as best as she could. You know, there's a family that I'm friends with that she oversaw the build of their home. And so we would go around to the site. I saw Shakina there from the minute they were pouring the foundations to the moment they were putting on the roof. She was there every step of the way. You know, she stuck to the job and she saw it completed. Like, Gambia has lost a lot. You know, there's been many sisters and a brother who've passed away over the past year or so. The brother was a car accident, so I'm not even going to include that in this conversation. But the sisters who have passed away, it's all been very, very kind of suspicious. So I know the question must be, is it safe? Is it even safe to come to Gambia? You know, as a female, is it safe to come to Gambia? That's what we need to look at. If we're going to learn anything from Shakina's passing and the passing of Dr. Beverly, Sister Veronica, Sister Mary, and Sister Andrea, and now Oh, there's also Sister Audrey from before. So Sister Audrey was before. I mean, I've only been on this conversation for people who passed away in the last 6 months. There's also Sister Audrey who died about a year ago. These sisters, man, Gambia has lost a lot. Because I know, and I've seen the comments of people saying, well, I'm not coming over to Gambia anymore. Look, you can come to Gambia if you want to. I'm not going to tell you don't come. But what I will say is that you've got to take things seriously. You've got to take your own safety seriously. Because people don't. You know, this strong black woman trope that you've been sold for the past 40 years is a lie and a trap. Beyonce, all of them, look, you know, teaching you that you can have it all. And striving to have it all on your own is tiring and it's deflating. And it can feel like as though the whole world is against you. Well, the whole world is against you, but you're not the only one, as we are all going through that. So you've got to look for help. You've got to look for help. You've got to have help on your side. You've got to have a team behind you. And if you're coming over to Gambia, if you're coming over to Africa full stop, don't come over here like, well, I'll be fine on my own. I don't need nobody. I've got this money, I've got these plans, and I can do it all on my own. No, that is a trap. It is going to see you in trouble. Sister Andrea, let's go back to Sister Andrea just for a second. In the last video I did, I'll put a link up here or here. I don't know where it comes up. Is it there? I think it's there. No, it's here. I should show you. She said in this video that I've got there that people were after her, that she could smell chemicals in her food, that she had to be mindful of where she was buying from because she felt like as though people were colluding against her. And her response was, she's got a special prayer for them. To me, it felt like, listening, it felt like as though she wasn't taking the threat seriously enough. Something I had to do for myself. I was working in on a site. You'll see videos of it as well. If you look back at previous videos of mine, you'll see when I was overseeing a build. What I had there was, I always had a bar with me. It was just a metal bar that I found at the back of the site. And I used to always walk around with this bar around the site. Because I knew that any time that, you know, I was there with a bunch of men who could take me at any minute. If they wanted to, they could take me out at any minute. And I used to just make sure that everybody was aware that if they thought about it, that yeah, they could do it, but I will break one of them on the way down. That one of them will not make it in one piece. So we've got to be like very mindful. Our dear sister Shakina, there was a YouTube post, a Facebook post put up by a sister who spoke about the importance of sticking together, of being having a buddy system, chatting to one another regularly, letting each other know where you're staying, where you're doing, who you're with, so on and so forth. She wasn't even incorporating brothers into that conversation. It was just a conversation between sisters. And Shakina had responded. This was now 6 days ago, right? 6 days ago. She responded by saying to stop being so negative in your communications about the Gambia and about people in the Gambia, about life in the Gambia, especially for women. That's not necessary. 4 days ago, our sister goes missing. And 2 days ago, she's found deceased. So in both instances, those sisters were not taking their personal safety as important enough. Yes, it was important. Yes, we could pray. Yes. But it wasn't important enough to see the important, we need each other. We need one another. Those of you who are in the UK, or in the States, in Canada, wherever you are, and you have no interest in coming over to Africa, we still need you. We still need your influence. We still need your media. We still need the truth coming from you. They've created this matrix that we live in over there in the West. It was just before the Brexit vote in the UK that I was like, I'm hearing all the alt-right talking points coming from the mainstream media. It's time for me to leave. It's time for me to get out of here and get out of this matrix and go to Africa. Now, I've been here in Africa for the best part of 10 years. The matrix is here too. The matrix doesn't stop at the White Cliffs of Dover. It doesn't stop at John O'Groats. It doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop at Staten Island. No. It comes over here into Africa as well. The difference between the two is that over in the West, you are right up close and personal with the dominant society. You can see the people working, you can see the agents, you can see the people who are pursuing and pushing that agenda. I've got a video, oh man, here comes another link. I'll put a video up here that I did when I was young. Not a grey hair in my beard, but maybe a few. But I did a video from when I was young, walking around the Houses of Parliament, just outside the Houses of Parliament at Big Ben, and the statues of people that they've put up. And it's quite clear to me that the people who were in those statues did big works in order to uphold that matrix system, including over here in Africa. So we cannot, so there's no kind of escaping it. The difference is that over here, because we're not seeing those people up close and personal, keeping that system in place, we don't think there's a system. So those people over there in Gambia who've taken the lives, and I'm going to say it, I know that a lot of people said, oh, don't jump to conclusions now, you know. These sisters could have all, like Andrea, she's a vegan. Shakina, vegan. Dr. Bev and Mary weren't. Sister Audrey, I don't know. But these were, yeah, they were older, but they were healthy people. They weren't about to just wake up dead one day. No. So I cannot believe that this is just, it's just happenstance. It's just a coincidence that people have just, that these sisters, all of the same age group, all of us, you know, living within the same area, have all died mysteriously and there's nothing more to see here. No, I can't believe I'm not that gullible. I'm a lot more cynical than that. And Sister Shakina, she passed away, unfortunately, with obvious signs of trauma, and there is obvious signs of premeditation. Let me put it out that way. I'm trying to clean up my language in order for this video to go out and not be stopped by the YouTube algorithm. I can't afford another strike on my channel, so I've got to be careful about the words I use. But that being said, it's obvious that our sister Shakina was dealt with just incorrectly, just bad, just viciously. Oh man. And I'm tired of doing these videos, man. You know, I want to do fun, enjoyable, come to Gambia, come to Africa, come to West Africa. I want to do those kind of videos. I don't want to be doing this stuff. So look, here's what I would say to those of you who are considering coming over. The matrix that you are trying to escape over there is here too. Do not get it twisted. Do not think that somehow you're jumping on a plane and you're flying away. Goodbye, matrix. No. Don't think, oh, goodbye, racism. No. It's here too. You know, it's the invisible hand. You know that term, the invisible hand? That one that is that puppeteer kind of thing. So it's obvious that there are, like, you know, the hands from the West are reaching over here to Africa. There's a reason why, you know, Joe Biden has invited the let me just show you this. This I don't know if you could hear this dog crying. Hold on. This guy is trying to wash his dog in the waves, and the dog is not having it, not liking it at all. But all that to say, the way things are at the moment is that people are quite happy to sort of allow for these Western nations to take over and run things. When the Queen died, while other presidents and someone flew over and, you know, had their presidential motorcade take them to the palace in England, they had a bunch of African presidents all jump on a coach, just a random coach, just jump on, like, you know, and they just put him in on a bus. Because the respect they have for the presidents over here is nil, non-existent. So they cannot expect for the best to come from the West. America has set up a summit for African leaders. Oh, he's let him go now. The dog is free to go. He's able to get out. He's free now, finally. Where is he? Oh, there he is. It's off the screen. There he is. He's gone. Run free, Fido. Yeah, we've got that matrix over here. And Shakina knew that. And that's why she was here on a mission she came here, landed on a mission to sort of like improve things for the Gambian people, for the Gambian country, for repats coming to the Gambia. You know, there's no way that her conversation started and ended with the idea of free citizenship for those of us who are returning. No. We had conversations, private conversations, about what other plans she had So as we look forward ourselves as to what, whether we're going to come over, whether you're going to come over to the Gambia, or you're going to come over to West Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, wherever, please don't come alone. And if you do come alone, create a network of people who can help you with things, people who you can talk to about where's the best place to get a plumber, or who's the best electrician, or who's the best builder, or where can I buy land from. You know, when you need to go into negotiations, don't go alone, go with someone else. Get other people to help you with how to communicate with people in a way in which they're not going to be immediately and extremely antagonized by your words. So please, 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 let this be the last conversation we have about someone who's passed away in West Africa from the diaspora. Let's stop this conversation. Let's move on to happier things. Thank you, Sister Shakina, Chinadu, for what you've done for us so far. We thank you, we love you, we miss you already. This is your brother Marley from the Gambia One channel. Until next time, peace.